so now we'll go to grammar neshekana. So we're going to continue with gun as the connective. Remember that it is yeah, I lost my screen share for a moment. Okay, anyway, but it's back. Okay, so remember, it's, at least in this form, it's sort of the equivalent of, is Zoom going in and out?
Mine isn't.
Okay.
We're okay.
We're okay. Okay. All right. Okay, good. Okay. So remember, in this form, gun or gu, depending, serves the same function as that in English. He said that he was coming to the Kaylee or something like that. He said that. Okay. Okay. And last week we went over forms like this with the be, the verb to be. Hae Christian gavele fur amui. Okay. Gavel. Okay. So we saw how this works. Okay. Gavele e fur amui. He believes it is cold outside. Hushte gunuro e ski. He said that he was tired. Okay, so gunro. Okay, so the gu or the gun. Okay, serves as a that. Okay, so now other verbs can be used with the gun. I mean, he said something, but that doesn't have anything to do with the verb to be. Okay, and as with the verb be, that gives us ha, va, be, the future tense, the present, the past, and the future. We have to use the question form of the verb. This is unlike in English, in which we use the same form of the verb, but in Gaelic we have to use the question form. So, and this is how it looks. So the statement would be vul e ambalach. He hit the boy. Vul e ambalach. Go ahead and say that. Vul e ambalach.
Vul e ambalach.
Very good. Vul e ambalach. Hit the boy. The negative would be form chatavul e ambalach.
Chatavul e ambalach.
He did not hit the boy. Remember, so when we were going over regular verbs, we covered this. Chatavul, hato, vul e ambalach. And remember that do is the past tense marker, the particle. Doesn't have any meaning by itself, but it marks the past tense in these forms, hatavul. And a question would be andovul. Andovul uambalach.
Andovul ambalach.
Did you hit the boy? Okay, so you see the how the difference is in between the statement vule ambalach and andovul or chatavul. You have to insert the do. Okay. Okay. So, and the indirect quote follows from this. Follows from the question form, which is also the same as the negative form. Hirshte. Gundavule ambalach. You see, so we have the dovul, okay? Andavul, chatavul, gundavul. Okay, ambalach. He said that he hit the boy. He said that he hit the boy. Okay. He said, I'll put that in right there. Hirshte nachtavul.
Hirshte nachtavul.
E ambalach. He said that he did not hit the boy. Okay, he said that he did not hit the boy. And so now you might have noticed what I did there. I inserted that. In English, you can drop the that. In Gaelic, you can't. And it's so natural in English that when I wrote this up, I just kind of automatically left the that out. But to emphasize our point, in Gaelic, you have to have something that substitutes for the that. And nach in this case would be that not. Okay, and I'm going to, what can I do here? Okay, I'm gonna, stock chart, okay. Okay, let me just do that, okay. Okay, so let's see where I wanna go here. I wanna do this. Nach equals that not. So that's what's happening with the nach. Herste Nachtevul, he said that not hit he the boy, something like that. Okay, it doesn't work in English. Okay, but the nach contains the negative and the conjunction and the gun. Okay, Herste Nachtevul. Okay, and then a little review as the do, in English, we use do or did, which some linguists refer to as the dummy do, because it doesn't really form a meaningful part of the sentence. It marks, did he hit the boy? He said he did not hit the boy. You see, and does he sing at Kaylee's? Okay, so it would be just as possible, and some languages do this, to form these, sings he at Kaylee's? Sang he at the Kaylee? He said he sang not at the Kaylee. He said he sings not at Kaylee's, you see. So you don't have to, for the meaning, you don't have to have the, the do form or the did form, but English requires you to do that in the same way that Gaelic does for some of these forms. Okay, so that's the digression. Okay, that's the point I want to make. That's the function of the of the do. Andavulu ambalik, gundovul a ambalik. Okay, that's what that do does. It marks the past tense, though it doesn't add any extra meaning, except it gives us an indication that we're going into the past tense in this dependent or question form. Okay. And so here's some more examples. So I'm going to read it, and then you repeat after me. Herste Gundohane Ekakeli. Okay. Hamia Christian Gunokluch Iet Guma ounce a game. Ounce a game. Shmunyakiet Gunokluki game ma anje. Okay. So the first one is he said he sang at the Kaylee. Second one is I believe they played well in the game, and they thought that she played a good game yesterday. Okay, another example. Okay, Shmuniki Gundurui on Chekgalua. Okay, they thought that the horses ran quickly. Herstiet Gunahabich Nafir Gefier. Three sounds in there. Fier. Very good. Fier. Okay. They thought that the men fought fiercely. Okay. Okay. And of course, with the verb be, the negative uses nach instead of chan. Chatogurig, amatikali ansakolia. Hatogurig,
Gurig.
amatikali
Amatikali.
ansakolia.
Ounsen Hoya.
Okay, the wolf did not live in the forest. Or Kreitsnemukenbeka.
Kreitsnemukenbeka.
Nach de Gurig.
Nach de
Gurig.
Amatikali ansakolia.
Amatikali. Ounsen Hoya.
Okay, and the little pigs believe not that the wolf did not live in the forest. Nach de Gurig. Okay, that did not live the wolf in the forest. Okay. Now, I refer to this form as the question form sometimes. Sometimes people refer to it as the dependent form or the question form, but I refer to it sometimes as the question form because I want to show you how it's very similar to the question form. So, smaoineachadh, kundurui, anchek gulua. Okay, she thought that the horse ran quickly. Or andurui, anchek gulua. Okay, did the horse run quickly? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these out. So I want to highlight the dorui. You see, so you see how that's the question form. How we can refer to that as the question form. So a couple other examples: Herstiet, Gundahabich Nafir,
Goofier, yes.
They said the men fought fiercely, and then we see that same form in the question. Andahabich, Nafir, yes. So you see, again, we have the dahabich in both forms. Okay, so yes, so I'm just letting us see this, that what the reason that I refer to these as the questions. Okay, so Kreitsnemukenbeka, nach de Gurig, amatikali ansakolia. Okay, the little pigs believed that the wolf did not live in the forest. Okay, so on the Gurig, amatikali ansakolia. Okay. So again, we have the dogurig form. Okay, yeah, dogurig, nach dogurig, on dogurig, and so that's what we mean by the question form. Okay, and in another lesson, we'll learn how to use this form in the future tense, which is again requires another form of the verb, but we're not going to get into that now. Okay, so anyway, so for the exercises, we want to do something similar as to what we did last week, and just to emphasize the question aspect, we want to form a question out of the statement. So we're given a statement here. Gurake ananduneistion. Go ahead and say that. Very good. Okay. So we want to form a question, and then we want to form a sometimes called an indirect quote, okay, or an attribution. Ha e agra. So we lead it off with ha e agra. Okay. So this is an example. We have the statement, and then we want a question. Ando gureke. Anandunation. Go ahead and say that. Andogurake.
Andogurake.
Anandunation.
Anandunation.
Or Haegra.
Hayagra.
Haegra.
Gundagurake.
Gundagurake.
Anandunation. Yeah, okay. So you see, with the question form and the indirect quote, you know, we have the same basic structure. So so let's try this one. We have the statement hato goprake anju. Goprak means worked. Okay, so he did not work today. So how would we form a question out of this?
Ando. Orak i anju.
Yeah.
Ando.
No. Nach.
Oh, nach.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
Yeah. Didn't he work today? Okay, yeah, which is what I'm getting at. Okay, you know, so we want to stay with these. So nachto gobrake anju. Okay.
Gobrake.
And then how do we make a haegra? What? Haegra?
Nach.
Nach. Very good. Nachtogurake. Very good. Okay, haegra nachtogurake. Okay, so this one is in the is a positive. So you know, maybe I threw you a curved ball. Okay, so I'm gonna put here. I'll send this out. Nach. Okay. Yiske iet loch. What does that mean? Do we know what that means?
They were fishing in the lake.
That's right. They fished at on the lake. Okay, so question form would be
Ando.
There you go. Okay. Ando yiskiet.
Aaron Loch.
Very good. Okay. So haegra.
Haegra. Gundo.
No. Very good. Gundo yiskiet Aaron Loch. Okay, very good. Okay, so now here we have Hatokoshike Yanavu. Okay.
Hanabu.
Yanavu, yes.
Yanabu.
So how would you begin it? What would you say?
Nachto.
Nachtokoshike. Yanavu. Very good. Nachto. Okay. And then the question, haegra.
Haegra nachto goshtik e yanabu.
Very good, nachto. Okay, and then hein mari is Seamus ekekeli arer.
Shane Mari.
Seamus ekekeli arer.
Okay.
Ekekeli.
And a question form would be
Ando.
Very good.
Shane.
Hein.
Ando Shane Mari.
Hein Mari is Seamus.
Maria Seamus.
Ekekeli arer.
Ekekeli arer. Okay.
Arer.
At the Kaylee last night. Yeah. Okay.
Arer's last night.
Okay. Or haegra.
Haegra.
Gundo hein Mari Seamus ekekeli. Okay. All right. Leva. Very good. Okay. So, and then the others follow that form too. And again, one of the things that this illustrates, you know, about languages is very often you have these modular forms, and if you can get into the rhythm of, you know, of smaoineachadh, 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 you know. And the items fit almost modularly, you know, following that. Okay. All right. So if we have time, we can come back to this, but I want to go on to something else. So, but of course, these are for you to complete either on your own or in the after class work session. Okay. Oh, answer keys. Don't look. Close your eyes. Okay. Okay. All right. So want to go